All right, Jesse, talk to me a little bit more.
Well, when you run, if you want R2-D2 or you can set whichever you want.
Okay.
Set 2 characters, base 1 to score you points, 1 to remove points.
Okay.
Add those characters, but only when you get all of them at a certain amount. That way it doesn't constantly add them every
So
time
your
you get
game,
one.
because are you saying that if that were to happen and they constantly came out, would it make it? What would happen?
They would just have a whole bunch of them, like.
And that wouldn't make the game fun, would it?
You would make it so it'd be really like not fun.
Almost overwhelming and easy to score points to me. So I like how you're what I would call staggering. That means sending them out just in small amounts, so it's not overwhelming. Good. So how's your scoring system working?
So every time you get one of these probots, you'll get 300 points. You can also get 100, 50, 10, or 1,000.
There, I just did what you did right there.
Okay. Good.
But when you get all of them, when you get 2 of these, it'll add 2 more.
So you've got it set that way. How'd you set that? I'm just kind of curious.
Okay, so you use the event when you get all, and then see there's a whole bunch of characters. I used when get all stormtroopers, add a stormtrooper, and when you get a stormtrooper, you'll remove 50 points.
Okay, so when you start to make the directions for your game, when this prototype starts to come together through round 1, you'll have to be really specific on all those types of things you told me and draw directions for when the person comes to try your game.
Yeah.
And how the point system works. Okay. Can you explain any of the other blocks? So those are all the arrow blocks you got up there?
When you touch an obstacle, it'll set the stormtroopers start at slow speed.
Yeah.
So I want to make them not like slow. I made them normal speed.
So again, would that be something you want in the directions? So it's really, really clear. So you kind of outline like how the game works.
Yeah.
All right. So I'd continue to play and modify and do what you got to do. But that's
Right
pretty.
now I'm just on editing.
Yeah. So what phase? What do you think you're at right now? Like, what are you trying to do?
I'm trying to get to a point where I think it's ready, but I want to know if it's ready.
So you are just designing, playing, testing things out yourself, making
Yeah.
sure that it was a game that you'd be interested in playing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it seems like I like that you're almost what I'd call playing, testing out your own stuff, making sure it'll work. That's really good stuff, man.
I don't like use these arrow keys because it's harder because I have to use the mouse. I just use the arrow keys.
Well, I would give whoever just starts to play, I would give them options in the directions how they can control.
I
the
didn't
game
do what
through the
Colby's
arrows.
doing, like that, because that will send it a whole bunch, and then...
Right. So maybe that's good advice. And that'll be good feedback for Colby if you play his game. Like, yeah, there's a lot of...
Like, I did that
Look how many
once.
points he's scoring. But to me, that seems really chaotic and...
Like, that's just
He's working
too
on it.
easy.
that could be too easy, right?
Yeah, that could be too easy.
And look how many people... But that's a good way of figuring out... That's a way of getting your game to a spot you want it to be. Don't you think?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. So Colby, you find anything out? Making any adjustments, or are you kind of liking where you're at?
Kind of like where I'm at.
Okay. Well, it's his
But
game.
it's
That's
his
the thing. Exactly, man. It is his game.
But I'm just saying, that's just feedback from me. He can do whatever he wants.
Yeah. Hey, well, that's the point. Hey, he's gonna create his game. He'll have his initial round 1 prototype. He'll get feedback from people, and he'll need to decide what he wants to do with his game. It's all good stuff.